can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock. You can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
You could be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you gon' find yourself
Standing in the Hall of Fame.
Hello everybody, this is Juniper Gaming here, and I have for you episode number 3 of the New York Yankees franchise, when we're trying to rebuild this old team and bring in the youth. So, in this episode we're going to be having a great battle of the aces, Sabathia versus Verlander. And what you're seeing right now, I'm just doing some quick training for, specified players. A new feature that has been added into this game. I'm just going to fast forward through this, though if you want you guys can revisit this part of the video and take a look in depth if you're interested in this. So into the game now. The Yankees 2-3, even though we won that game when I was playing, and the Tigers 2-3. So two games that have some pretty good potential. Well, the Yankees in the game have good potential, unlike in real life. They have some injuries, though the replacements have been pretty good. Though back to this, we're trying to replace the old with young, and unlike real life when they're trying to replace the old with the old. And yes, so in the first game, the main star of the game has been pretty much Jeter. So in this game, though, is going to be Sabathia and Verlander, and they have similar stats from last game, except Verlander had a lot of strikeouts. So line for us, we have Suzuki, Jeter, Cano, Teixeira, Euclid, Gordon and Puig, or Puig, I think it is, Cervelli, and Williams. So you can see that bottom quarter of the lineup, or bottom half really, is pretty much the young people that we're bringing in, And I think it actually is called Puig. I'm probably going to be interchanging those because that's how the game pronounces them. Though right into the game here, we have Suzuki leading off the game with a pretty routine fly ball to left field. I don't know who's starting out there for the Tigers exactly, though we'll find out that at the end of the first inning, or the middle of the first inning. Now Cano is up, and he will hit this ball into right field. Pretty clean line drive. Good hitting by Cano. That's the type of hitter he is. He'll hit home runs, and he'll also try and just get those, clean line drive hits. And now we have Teixeira up. He gets a pitch he likes, and this pitch is hit to pretty average depth center field. In another ballpark, that might have been more like a deep fly ball on the warning track. That's why I stuttered for a second. Yankee Stadium, that might be on the warning track, because Comerica Park is not exactly a hitter's park to any extent, really. So now you'll see for a brief moment there the Tigers lap with that 3-4 punch, Cabrera and fielder. I don't know why they have Infante batting leadoff, though that's just what they want, I guess. And there's the big guy, CC Sabathia. I pitched with him in the first game, and I'm pitching with him in this game. I'm probably in general trying not to pitch with two pitchers in a row, but come on, how could you not do Sabathia and Verlander? Seriously, that would be brutal. So the first batter of the game, Infante, will ground out. That is a 1-3 put out for CC. And now we have Cabrera up with 2 outs, and that will just get by Cano, the Gold Glove. Second baseman, though he will not get to that, and that will go down as a single in the books for Cabrera. So now we will have fielder up, 3-2 count with Cabrera on first, and he will strike out on the pretty good pitch there by Sabathia, and he will just get air on that. So good pitch by Sabathia, and he will escape by that without too much trouble, despite the single by Cabrera. So now into the bottom of the second, it's an 0-2 count. Can he strike out Martinez? And no, he'll fight this pitch off and drive it into right field, though Suzuki will bring it in, so he'll have to stay at first. So can Sabathia get a double play maybe here, where it looks like Hunter is up on a 1-2 count? He will strike out. It's not the double play. The next best thing is a strikeout on the slurve, slider, whatever you prefer to call it. And there you see Hunter walking back to the dugout. Peralta now serving this pitch into right field, and Ichiro with a fantastic arm. So Martinez at second won't even bother. So now later on, we will have Avila batting, and he will just get this out of the reach of Cano. Maybe a play that he would normally make. And Puig out there in center field should have made the play, though that will just get by him. That's a play you shouldn't make. I mean, like, that just went right through him. That's not even out of his reach or anything. That was just a terrible play. I mean, even when I was controlling it, I don't know why he missed. I didn't do anything weird there. So now first and third, 2 outs. Can he shrug off the error? And it's a relatively deep fly ball to center field. Can Puig redeem himself? And no, he can't. He drops the ball. He wasn't even camped under that one. Oh my goodness. Come on, Puig. That is not good. And the throw to home is... he threw right to home. Oh my goodness. Puig, what the heck. Wow. So new addition to the team. Very young player. I guess maybe just didn't work out. Now this pitch. Can he redeem himself? Yes, I guess he can. I don't know about redeem himself, But now we have Williams up, and this pitch, he will hit just out of Cabrera's reach. Good fielding, third baseman probably would have made the play, though he will miss it. And Williams, despite being a fast center fielder, he will hold up at first base there. So now later on, we will have, it looks like Jeter up, and he'll bang into a ground out there, a 4-3 ground out. So there you'll see the Tigers mascot. Love when they put in those little details. And now later on, we have Cabrera up. This pitch, he will take into right field. Looks like a single. And Ichiro with a great arm. He'll throw it to first, and that's an out. He didn't even throw it right away. He took a minute there, and that will get Cabrera out. You'll see the replay here. That was an easy single, though. Cabrera, maybe not really slow, but I mean, he's definitely not one of the faster players. And there you'll see the replay. Took a few steps there. I'm like, oh man, I could get him out. And he was out by a mile, too. Crazy stuff. So now a 3-2 count with Martinez. Can he finish the inning? No, he can't. That pitch is high and away, and that will be a walk for Martinez. 2 outs. Still Hunter deep. Gone. And that right there is a milestone, ladies and gentlemen. 200th home run, I believe it is, for Torrey Hunter. And now the Tigers have a really big lead, 6-0. Goodbye, baseball. And you will see that Hunter will get the curtain call in a minute because of this milestone. I don't believe it says it on the screen, but it was in the game. They said it. So, congratulations to Torrey Hunter. Not good for the Yankees, though you gotta feel good for him. But definitely not what you like to see here for Sabathia. Not even like a long home run either. 347, that's not a great home run. That will just make it over into the first deck. And here you'll see the curtain call. And that is his 200th home run. And now with that, we will actually warm up both of our long relievers, lefty and righty, which are Nova and Banuelos. Banuelos being called up to the big league camp with spring training. So now in a 1-2 count, don't know who's hitting, though this pitch he will strike out on. So good pitch by Sabathia, definitely keeping his composure after that home run. So now we have Cano up, and this pitch he will lace into center field. Is it going to drop? And Jackson out there in center field with a fantastic diving play. Got robbed of a few of those in the Boston game that we played for opening day. And there's another one right there. So now we have Euclid up with 2 outs. Can he do anything to keep the inning alive? This pitch he will take into left center field, and that will split the outfielders. And that looks like a double. And Euclid isn't that fast. It looks like they won't get him though. And that will be a pretty easy double for Euclid, despite that little bit of hesitation before. So Euclid in real life has been pretty good, and has been pretty good in this game, it looks like, too. So now with D. Gordon up, 2 outs with the guy on second, that is Euclid, and this pitch he'll serve into right field. And despite a runner being in scoring position, we will not score a run because Euclid isn't fast, and Hunter has a great arm. So now Puig is up. Can Puig do something here with 1-2 count, 2 outs? This pitch he will swing and miss on, and he'll have to throw it on to first. And this will be an out, though. So Puig not coming in there with anything. And that will continue the shutout for Verlander. Yankees losing 6-0 here, heading into the bottom. The fourth. Now later on the top of the fifth, though, we have Cervelli up. This pitch he'll hit just out of fielder's reach. And that will go down as a single for Cervelli. Maybe starting something up here. Score the Yankees' first run. That would be nice. Now it looks like we have Mason Williams up. And this pitch he will just hit in between the hole. In between second base and first base. Now will go down as another single. So a couple cheap hits there. Though, I mean, hey, you get what you get, and that's how you do it. So there you see Williams. Fusing the names there. So now later on to 2-1 count. 2 outs. This pitch is hit to deep center field. Or at least deep in a normal ballpark. Jackson will take it in for the outs. So not doing anything there. Not great. So now 2 outs, we have fielder up on an 0-2 count, and this pitch he'll hit to deep center field. Normal ballpark, that will be a home run, and Puig will not run that one down, as that will go down as a double. So now that will end the day for Sabathia. Not the best of days. Puig definitely keep on interchanging Puig and Puig, though Puig not great out there in center field. Even though it has 6 earned runs, I would definitely give him less. And you can see only 65 pitches, though Joe Girardi will go to the dugout there, and he will take Sabathia out of the game. Not as bad as it looks on the stat line, though he's just not pitching very efficiently, especially not as efficiently as he did in the first game. He had a pretty good game then. Nothing stands out. He did have some strikeout stuff today, though definitely gave up some bad hits, and that definitely hurt him, and that combined with the errors, that combined to a very bad game for him. So now we will bring in Ivan Nova, the righty, 26 years old, still pretty young. See if he can finish up this inning with 2 outs. Martinez is up, he'll hit it to the second baseman Cano, on to Teixeira, and that will end the inning. So the first pitch that Victor Martinez will see against Nova will be an out. Now we have the 4-5-6 coming up. Hopefully we can start something up. So now here we have Teixeira, 0-2 count. This pitch he will swing and miss out way late on the 96 mile per hour heat by Verlander, and that will be a K for Verlander. So far spinning a gem. So now later on we have Nova pitching on the 0-2 count, I believe it was. He will strike out Hunter with another strikeout for Hunter that day. It will be 2 strikeouts for him. So now you will see the game summary. Euclid with a double, Infante with the home run, air quotes, because that looked like it should have been an error, but that went down as an inside of the park home run, which is a little bit surprising. And Verlander actually spinning a gem so far. So now we have Pugh up to lead off the inning. Can he start off the inning with something good at least? Haven't been too great in run production. This pitch he'll take into deep right field. The question is fair or foul, and this will be fair. It hits off the foul pole, and that is a shot for Pugh. Maybe not as much the distance, so that was a line drive home run. The 22-year-old, or the 21-year-old, however old he is, he's a youngster. He hit a home run off of Justin Verlander, the best of the best, the AL MVP from 2011, I believe it is. And that is a shot by Pugh. Just fair, hit the foul pole. That's the closest you can get. And that is a nice sign for Pugh, as you want to see the youth come in and do good, not just bringing in the youth, but the youth actually has to do good too. And Pugh, I'm really excited about out of all these players, because he has elements to be a 5-tool player. He's pretty fast, good fielder, has the contact, has the power, and we're hoping to see some good production out of him in the future. So now Cervelli up right after him. Can he bring something else to the inning? And this pitch he'll hit line drive into center field. Jackson will get it, and he will throw it in to the cutoff man. That will go down as a single for Cervelli, so continuing to get some hits here in the 7th inning. Maybe Verlander's getting a little shaken up here. Maybe he's getting a little bit tired, even though his energy bar is pretty good. Williams up now. Can he do more? And now that will be a little dribbler in front of home plate. Avila to fielder, and that is just out, despite the headfirst dive by Mason Williams. I feel like I'm about to fuse his name every time. So now we have Ichiro up, and this pitch he gets into deep right field. Is it enough, though? This pitch will be gone. It is a 2-run shot for Ichiro. It is now 6-3. The Yankees are in within striking distance. Surprised to see Ichiro hitting a home run there, though he will hit some line drive home runs. Maybe not necessarily the high, deep ones, though that's what we've been doing in Yankee Stadium in real life. He just slaps those balls just quick little line drive. You blink and it's gone. He actually does have a decent amount of power, more than you think. He just uses it for contact. So there you go, guys. 6-3. We are now within striking distance, and maybe the Yankees can continue this, and maybe we can get Verlander out of the game. That would be really good, because we could definitely do a lot more against the relief pitchers. And the Tigers are not necessarily known for their bullpen either. So now we have Teixeira up with 2 outs. No, Teixeira's on deck. It is Cano up now. 3-2 count. Nobody on 2 outs. This pitch he'll swing and miss at the high heat by Verlander. And Cano could not catch up to that one. Probably a strike. That was pretty close. Though now the Tigers will probably try to answer back after the Yankees score 3 runs. So now it is definitely manageable for the Yankees to win this one. So now later on we have Nova still pitching. It looks like Avila on a 1-1 count. Nobody on, nobody out. This pitch we will hit into left center field. Pugh will have to run this one down into the warning track actually. And Avila will hold up at second. He's pretty slow. Fast for a catcher though. So now we have Infante up back to the top of the lineup. This pitch will be a ground ball out of Teixeira's reach. And Ichiro will throw it into home. And that would have been out by an incredible margin if Avila went. So now we have Banuelos, the lefty long reliever, youngster, prospect, so many different terms. He will come in now. We have Jackson up, first and third, nobody out actually. And we have Williams out there in left field. Not the best of arms, though he will take this and throw it to home. Not the closest of plays, though definitely a good effort there. So that will go down as a sac fly. So now it's 1 out guy in first, 7-3 now. And it is a hot shot right at Teixeira, double play. He stepped on first for the double play there. And nice play by Teixeira, good awareness there. He hasn't shown too much great stuff in the hitting aspect of this, though definitely known for his fielding in addition to his power. So on an 0-2 count, it looks like D. Gordon or Puga, maybe? No, probably D. Gordon. This pitch, he will swing and miss at strike 3, and that was Gordon, actually. I know his number. So that will be a strikeout for him. So now we have Benuelos up, and on a 3-2 count, he will walk Hunter, and that's not very good. Try to end the inning and you walk someone. That's not very good. On an 0-1 count here, this will be another little dribbler to Cervelli, and he'll throw on to Sheriff for the out to finish the inning. So now the Tigers will bring in Joaquin Benoit, whatever you want to call him. I don't know the pronunciation too well, to try to save this game. So on 0-2 count, now this is Pugh, got the home run. This pitch, he will check his swing, though regardless, it was a called strike anyway. So now on an 0-2 count, we have Cervelli. Can he do something? Maybe start up a little bit of a rally. It's only 4 runs. He strikes out also on the nice slider by Benoit, whatever. Now we have Williams. Can he do anything? This pitch he hits into kind of deep right field, though it is a routine play for Hunter. And that's a pretty fitting ending for the end, honestly, because Hunter did have that 200th home run milestone. That's pretty good. So, I mean, that's good for the Tigers, though. We need to win that one because the computer hasn't been playing good for us. So now the Yankees will be 2-4 and the Tigers will be 3-3. So definitely not a great loss there. You want to see your ace go out there and do good, though Sabathia didn't pitch effectively. Pugh did not field effectively. I actually do not know why he was in center field. I mean, he can play center field. He's kind of fast and he is a good fielder. I probably would have put Williams there, but I mean, he should be able to field. I mean, I think that his fielding might be rated better than Williams, so I'm not too sure there. Though now you will see the broadcaster, TV, whatever, camera guy go onto the field and they will interview the player of the game, which is, drumroll, Omar Infante, who went 2-for-4 with a home run. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know, it was an error. So that will, you know, in my mind, it's an error. So now we will go to the highlight reel here, and now available ground to center field for a single, and there was the error of the day right there. That is not good. The Tigers winning 1-0 at that time. So that will go down as an RBI, I believe. And now next one, homered, wink, wink, nudge, nudge again, to center field. 3 RBIs from that one. So 3-run homer. Makes me laugh. And a play that Pugh should have made, would have made, if he knew what he was doing out there. So, I don't know, next time I'll have to DH him probably. And we'll take it from there. Though now, at this time, the Tigers are winning 4-0. Doesn't look too great for the Yankees. Though they will answer back later, though before that happens, Hunter will homer to right field. His 200th homer in his career. That will just get over into the first deck, barely. Tigers winning 6-0 after that home run. After this, Cano will fly out to center field, though special about this is an amazing play. Not amazing, but a very nice, fine play by Jackson, as he had to dive for that one, and a very smooth play he made it look like. At least it's a video game, so you know. But now the Yankees answer back in the 7th inning with a shot by Pugh. That is a solo shot. Yankees are now winning, or losing by 6-1. So now following this, Suzuki will get a 2-run shot, and now it'll be 6-3. So now the Yankees within striking distance at that time. And now the Yankees have a little more motivation maybe. But Teixeira will strike out shortly after that. Or it was Cano. I keep on mixing them up. I don't know why. So now later on is the bottom of the 7th. The Tigers answer back to the Yankees 3 runs in the 7th inning. And they will get a sac fly. That will be 1 RBI. And Mason Williams with the throw. Pretty good throw. It was just, you know, he was a little too deep, you know. Actually was a little bit offline, though that will still score the run regardless. So now to end the game, Williams will fly out to the right fielder Hunter, new addition to the Tigers, and that will end the game for the Yankees, and for that matter, the Tigers. So now we will take a look at the next few games, and we'll decide what we do for the next game. So we'll sim a few days here, and Kuroda looks like we lost there 3-6. Doing a quick little injury there. I'm going to go through the scores in depth in a minute. We win this one 7-6, lose 4-6, lost 3-4. So got some mail, just some basic tutorial stuff pretty much. And now we will check out the box scores in depth. We are 3-7. That is not good at all. We need to start winning. So now the actual game, Suzuki goes 0-5. Jeter next was 1 for 5, so not too great there. Then we have Cano is 3 for 3. Not playing good when I do play him, but there he does good. Now we have Euclid, who was 1 for 3. Overbay was 1 for 4. Gordon, who pinch ran, was 0 for 1. Played first base, it looks like. Ben Francisco was 0 for 2. Then we have Cervelli, 1 for 5. Offense hasn't been great for the most part. Williams was 1 for 4. And then Punto, another addition that we got in that trade, was 2 for 4, so he's doing good. Then we have, in terms of other statistics, we have Francisco and Punto with RBIs. Punto having 2, and Francisco got one of his RBIs from a sac fly. Gordon with a stolen base, you like to see that from him. Now in terms of pitching, Kuroda, 7 innings, 2 earned runs, so Kuroda pitched good. Logan did terrible. A third of an inning, 3 earned runs. And then Chamberlain with 2/3 of an inning and 1 earned run, so not great there. So bullpen definitely messed up a lot of it. So now Gordon was 2 for 5, good game for him. Then Suzuki was 3 for 5, another good game. Cano was 1 for 5, 2 for 5 for Teixeira. Pugue, followed by him, was 2 for 5, so another good game for Pugue after that game with the home run. Jeter was 1 for 4, Williams was 1 for 4 also. Punto, playing third base this time, was 1 for 3, and then Stewart, the backup catcher, is 0 for 3, has still yet to get his first hit. Now in terms of other statistics, Suzuki with a double, Cano and Teixeira with home runs. Gordon, Suzuki, Cano, Teixeira, Jeter, and Stewart all with RBIs. Suzuki having 2 of them. And then we have Stewart, the backup catcher, had one of his RBIs from a sac fly. Pugue with another error. Nervous about that a little bit now. And then Gordon and Williams are 2 speedsters, each get a stolen base. Pineda now, 5 2/3, 6 runs, 4 earned runs, and this time the bullpen does good. Logan, an inning and a third, scoreless. Robertson, 1 inning scoreless. And Rivera with the save, 1 inning scoreless. So bullpen was pretty good that day, and we actually won that game. So not too bad. Looks like that error by Pugue actually killed us there. So now Suzuki was 2 for 4 in this game. Another good game for him, despite having that 1 0 for 5 game. To Jeter, I missed that one. 1 for 4. 0 for 3 to Teixeira. Then Euclid following him 0 for 2, but he did have 2 walks, so getting on base there. And it looks like Punto pinch ran for him. Gordon was 1 for 4, not a great game for him. Pugue, the next guy, is 2 for 4. Okay, showing some good signs there. Not great in the field, though. Then we have Cervelli, who is 0 for 4. Next, we have Williams, 1 for 4. And then in terms of other statistics, we have Jeter and Williams, each with doubles. Then in terms of RBIs, we have Suzuki, Jeter, Cano, and Pugue, all with 1, despite the loss. Then Jeter grounded out into a double play, not great there. And then Pugue with another error. Come on. He's rated a good fielder. That makes no sense. Alright, well anyway, Suzuki and Gordon each had stolen bases, with Gordon having 2. I'm annoyed by Pugue, seriously. Pettit with a okay game. He was 6 innings, 3 earned runs. Not great, but still okay. Epley with not a great game at all. In a third of an inning, 2 earned runs. Chamberlain, an inning, 1 earned run. And Robertson with 2/3, no earned runs. So now the next game, Hughes is pitching, we lose this one. Gordon goes 3 for 4. Great game for him, it looks like. Next batter, we will have Suzuki in right field. He was 1 for 4 in this game. Next, we have our number 3 hitter, Cano, playing second base, 0 for 4. Cleanup guy, Teixeira, 2 for 4 in this game. Good game for him, finally showing some sheds of light. Pugue was 1 for 4. Euclid, 3 for 4. He's been very good for us in the game and in real life. Jeter was 0 for 4. After that great game, he hasn't been too good for us. Cervelli, 1 for 4. And then last, we have Punto playing left field this time, 0 for 3, being very versatile for us, playing some of the infield and the outfield. So now in other statistics, we have Teixeira and Pugue, each with doubles. Teixeira and Euclid, each with RBIs. Euclid having 2 of them. And then Suzuki, Pugue, and Cano all grounded out into double plays, and that probably killed us in this game. So that's one of the reasons why we lost, I would say. And then in base running, Gordon had 2 stolen bases, getting a lot of stolen bases you can see there, and Pugue also. The Yankees scored all 3 runs in the last inning, so that's actually pretty cool. I just saw that now. And there you see Hughes with a subpar start, followed by, I believe, Nova. I missed that, though. So I probably would have done the game with Sabathia, though I don't want to do another game with Sabathia, doing back-to-back-to-back. You know, I want to pitch with someone else, you know, change it up a little bit. And I don't want to seem unfair either, you know. So we will win this game 1-0, so hey, at least we won 1 game. And the Yankees, it looks like a walk-off game for them. Okay, good. They scored their last run, their only run in the last inning, so I forgot I missed Suzuki's. Jeter went 1 for 3. Cano 1 for 4, Euclid 0 for 3, Francisco 0 for 4, Overbay 1 for 4, Cervelli was 0 for 2, followed by Gordon pitch hitting 0 for 1. Stewart went behind the plate following that. Williams is the only one with a good day, it looks like, from the looks of this box score. And then Punto was 0 for 3, so looks like this is really a pitcher's duel mainly in this game, as both teams were struggling in the hitting part of this game. So now Jeter with a double, Overbay with an RBI, and Cano grounded out into a double play. So now moving on to pitching, you see Arrieta with a good game, O'Day with the run, but it looks like it was because of an error, though. Sabathia with the fantastic game, not too many strikeouts, though. He did good in the run prevention. So this next game that we'll do is going to be Kuroda and Miguel Gonzalez, I believe his name is. So it's going to be a good one. I hope that I can do good with Kuroda. So until next time, guys, this is Juniper Gaming. I'm out.